My name is Kelly Beifeldt, KB, and I am a junior account manager here at JumpFly.
What initially drew you to marketing, and how did that lead you to JumpFly?
I think originally I had this idea of directing commercials and doing more of the creative side. So I went to school for that and then took some digital marketing classes, kind of like that as well. And, then I graduated and this was my first job out of college and started on a trial basis and stuck. So here I am 6 years later.
Has your educational background helped set you up for success at JumpFly and PPC marketing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always loved math, and that I think has a lot to do with it, crunching the numbers and looking at the data and finding inconsistencies and inefficiencies and seeing where you can improve. So I definitely think that mixed with, I do have a background in creative as well, or a creative background as well. And I definitely think that helps, whether it's just like a simple resizing of an image. Some people might really struggle with that. For me, it's like the click of a button. So always happy to help with those odd jobs there, but definitely feel like, the math has helped me a lot.
When you first joined JumpFly, what types of PPC projects were you handling, and how has that evolved over time?
So when I first joined, I was on a trial basis. I believe it was like 60 days. They were going to see if I was going to stick. And I joined Carrie's team with Kelly as well. And they were giving me SQRs right away, so search queries. So I was looking at what people were searching when they clicked on our clients' ads and seeing if it was a relevant traffic or not. And they had at that time, 60 accounts across Google and Microsoft. So, I went through the whole book of business, 8 hours a day. All I was doing was looking at search queries. And then it's kind of funny, I wasn't even able to implement those negative keywords myself. So say we found something bad, I wasn't able to erase that. I had to get it checked by Kelly. And then eventually they would check my work and say, yeah, this is good, this is bad, this is good. And I worked my way up from there. So definitely started with the grunt work.
What do you find most rewarding about your role as a paid search account manager?
I definitely like working with a lot of small business owners, and we touch a lot of industries from like seat covers and chair mats to holistic Chinese dog medicine. So it is cool to see all of these different products and services, and then helping out small businesses. I find it very rewarding to find that we've helped these companies grow.
So how has JumpFly supported your growth in this role and your time that you've been here?
Yeah, so I think I actually kind of came into the perfect situation on my team, Carrie and Kelly. Kelly has been here for 18, 19 years. I think she was the original account specialist, or what, I don't know if the position is still called that, or if it was called that at that point. And then Carrie on it was the perfect mix of analytics and kind of architecture, creating accounts. So I kind of learned from the best of both worlds from them.
So you introduced a Yelp initiative. Can you talk about how you started that and how it's grown so far?
Yeah, so that came to form with the help of Dan, who has been working with partnerships, and this was presented to him. And I think it's a new avenue for us to continue advertising for our clients. And I think with a lot of the changes recently with Google Ads, it kind of seems like they're shifting away from these small businesses. And Yelp has been a new platform where these small businesses might be able to find footing. It's more local, and the budgets don't have to be as scaled as Google Ads. Whereas sometimes we get a beta from Google Ads and they say, not to get technical, but the budget needs to be 20 times your CPA. That's insane. So it's just a nice way of kind of countering that shift.
What's a skill or quality that you've developed while working in paid search at JumpFly that might have surprised you, that you didn't expect to develop that type of quality?
I didn't expect to be making so many spreadsheets, and I didn't expect to enjoy making them, I guess I should say, because when I first started, we had a client that had several clients or several companies under their shell. And we had to monitor the budgeting really closely between all of these accounts. So we created a little tracking sheet just to be able to keep all of that under wraps. And that has evolved into a lot of spreadsheets that I use every day to help me monitor budgets and really performance and everything. And I kind of go a little crazy. I color coordinate all of them just to make it a little bit more digestible, and it is weirdly satisfying.
Can you share a unique strategy or approach that you yourself have introduced that helped make an impact on a client's success?
Yeah, sometimes going back to basics is good. Again, with these shifts to more automation, while they do have success for a lot of clients, I think there is a little bit of detail and there's a little bit of details that's missed when you shift to automation. There's inaccuracies that we can really hammer in and find and make a big change. So sometimes while it may be counterintuitive, going from a fully automated campaign where you just set it and forget it and going back to, your standard shopping manual cost per click campaign and really getting in there and doing some work, and you can make it a lot more efficient than a PMAX campaign, I found.
How do you use data to help form your strategies and ad optimizations?
Yeah, I mean, the data is king. Data rules all. I think a lot of the times people have some idea of how something should work, and then you look at the data and that's not to be true. It can be counterintuitive, but at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie if you have everything set up correctly. Sometimes they can be incorrectly set up, but
what's the most surprising insight you've discovered from a paid search campaign?
Well, before I was in this industry, I think the most surprising thing to me was I had never clicked on a Google ad myself. So to find that not only do people click on them, but the sheer number of people that do click on them is totally insane to me. Like, just the volume of some of the accounts we work on was just incomprehensible to me. So seeing how much people can pay for clicks, and I mean, obviously the results are there. We see it. So it is a great channel, but just the sheer volume is insane.
So going into JumpFly itself, what's something about JumpFly's culture that stands out to you?
Yeah, JumpFly's culture is definitely unique. I think the longevity of a lot of the people that have been here. I mean, you look at some people have been here for 20 years, some people have been here for 15 years, but typically you find the people that have been here for a while. And I think that speaks to the culture that JumpFly has cultivated and evolved over the years.
And why do you think clients choose JumpFly?
Same thing. We've been doing this for so long and we've seen it all, so knowing how to react and how to make change definitely helps from the longevity of the careers of the people that work here.
What's your approach to keeping communication smooth and effective with clients?
Definitely starts from the first call, just figuring out what's important to them and what's their main goal, and then working towards that, and just knowing that, we're always an email away. We'll be responsive within under an hour usually. We might not always have the answer, but we're always going to get back to people immediately, and just being reassuring, knowing that, we are right there and we're with you, and we've been referred to as an extension of other companies, from the clients we work with. So I think that speaks volumes too.
What's one thing about your day-to-day work in PPC that might surprise people who aren't in the advertising world?
I think I said this already, but the volume is insane. We've had clients that spend $500,000 in a month on clicks, and getting a return of 5 to 1. So obviously, it works. I just had never realized that before I started.
People refer to you as KB in the office. How did you get that nickname?
That was actually a prerequisite for me being hired. I was told I was joining a team with another Kelly, and to get the job, I would have to go by KB because we sit right next to each other. And if Carrie is going, "Hey, Kelly," he doesn't want two people turning, so it's a bit of a time saver.
What's one piece of advice you would give to somebody starting a career in PPC marketing?
Practice your math. There's a lot of this times 30, this times 7, this times 14, a lot of pacing, and don't be afraid to get into the nitty-gritty.
What PPC trends are you most excited about, and how does JumpFly help clients stay ahead of those changes?
One thing I'm pretty excited about came out recently was just, and this kind of speaks largely to a shift back away from automation towards more information in our hands, that we can make changes with. And that was to get, again, more technical, the product ads competing with Performance Max before Performance Max would trump it. And with a campaign like that, you can't really see everything all the time. So being able to see the data at that level is exciting to me, because then we can make real meaningful change.
How do you see Yelp evolving as a digital marketing tool for clients? And do you think it will continue to grow as a platform?
Yeah, it's definitely still in the early stages. And I think that's because here at JumpFly, we don't just try to upsell other platforms. We try to figure out what's right for people. And we're not just trying to push something. We don't make commissions or anything like that. But it is definitely a tool and a platform that has been successful for some of our clients. And I think going forward, we're going to keep looking to add to that and work with the account managers to see who has potential candidates, some low-hanging fruit that we can help grow.
Can you share a memorable success story that demonstrates JumpFly's impact on clients?
Yeah, we had a very large client a while ago. We worked to create a really comprehensive tracking sheet to forecast what things were going to look like going forward for the rest of the year, and how things were going to project. How things were going to project from that as well. And he was very impressed, and he said he had never seen anything like this before. So I took that as a win.
So how do you ensure long-term success for your clients beyond just immediate campaign results?
Yeah, every client is different. They all have their own different goals. They face their different challenges. So it's not a one size fits all. I think figuring out, again, what is important to them and working on a solution that may not be cookie cutter. May have to go outside of the box to figure that out, but we're always willing to work to get the end result that we need.
If you could leave clients with one key takeaway about JumpFly's approach to paid search and your role as their account manager, what would it be?
That we're the best. We've been doing this for a while. We evolve with the evolving landscape. We roll with the punches. And again, just to say that every client is different, and we will work with you to find the right solution.
All right, KB, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.